right. Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Kwadash. Double honor to my apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect. All right. I'll be going into this article from RT.com, and it is entitled Recession Risk Warning Issued for Top Western Economies, and it is dated July 17, 2022. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit and then bring out the scriptures concerning this article. Okay, and before I read this article, I just want to let the audience know that if you don't know, we're in a recession. Okay. There's a lot going on in the news concerning this topic, from farmers having a hard time with the government on tilling the land, different food processing plants being burnt by fire, all right, which we believe to be on purpose. All right. You got certain cattle just dropping dead. Okay, and not to mention that you have other countries banding together and dumping a dollar. You have many different countries doing their own thing. All right. The first thing that comes to mind when I say countries doing their own thing is the BRICS alliance. All right, which is Brazil, Russia, India, South Africa, and China. And not to mention, you have more countries that are joining the BRICS nation or the BRICS alliance, which is Argentina and Iran. And even more, I believe there's been news that more countries, I forgot which countries, are trying to get with the BRICS. All right. Furthermore, you have inflation. You have more, the Federal Reserve, they keep printing out more and more money. Okay, which further leads to more inflation. Okay, and then you have this war going on in Ukraine, which Joe Biden claims is the reason for. It has a lot to do with inflation and gas prices and food prices. Okay. And I say all that to say this: we're living in the last days, and there's gonna come a time where this realm, this kingdom as you know it, is going to go into a time of trouble. All right, so let's read a little bit of this article. It says the U.S. and Germany are headed for an economic downturn, according to Deutsche Bank. Markets are now fully pricing for the risk of a U.S. recession before the end of the year, according to Deutsche Bank, warning cited by MarketWatch. Okay, so, I don't have to read any more. That was pretty much the point. If you want to read this article, I'll set it up in the description box. But there you have it, man. All right, they're saying that, according to this article, they're saying that what? I'm going to read that part again. It says, markets are now fully pricing for the risk of a U.S. recession before the end of the year, according to Deutsche Bank. So they're saying that, which we believe we're already in a recession, but they're saying that there's going to be a recession before the end of the year. Okay. And this is just one of many things going on. There's talks about, the World Health Organization saying that there's going to be new viruses out. Okay. And this war between the U.S., Russia, and Iran, China is going to intensify, man. Okay, they're talking about blackouts, later on in the future. So, we're watching these prophecies of the Bible, the Heavenly Father's prophecies unfold. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna bring out the precepts. Bear with me for a second. This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 11. It says, "How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, and all they that bear silver are cut off. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil." Yeah, so the point is in verse 11. It says, "How ye inhabitants of Maktesh." We know that Maktesh was a merchant place for all the merchants in the land of Israel. Okay, and modern day Maktesh is who? These elite bankers, man. Okay, and they're gonna be the ones that's howling because they're the ones that control the money. Okay, they control the money. They make the laws. Okay, therefore it's talking about the elite bankers, which are Edomites, the Edomites of the Bible, which is the so-called white man, so-called white people. Okay, and they're not even bearing silver, man. Okay, they're dealing with this Federal Reserve note. That's why these countries they're waking up and they're rebelling against this system that is set up by the United States of America. Okay, and they're doing their own things, man. So the next precept I have is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come." Okay, because it's going to be an economic collapse. All right, you have these women. All right, the scripture it focuses on primarily women because women are at ease here in society. All right, the society is catered to women due to decrees put in place such as women's lib. Okay, women are in high places that have never been in history, pursuant to Jeremiah 31 and I believe 20:22, where it says a woman shall compass a man. So they have been at ease for a little minute. Okay, and that includes the Israelite woman as well as the women of the other nations. Okay, it says, "Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman, for the vintage shall fail." Yeah, the vintage, that's dealing with prosperity. Vintage dealing with wine, the produce of wine. Okay, that's gonna fail. And that represents what? Mirth. That represents, like I said, prosperity. The Most High is saying there's gonna be no more prosperity because the economy is gonna collapse. It says, "Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine." All right, yeah, because they're not gonna have that nourishment. All right, because it's gonna be a famine out here, and we're living in the time of what the black horse, pursuant to Revelation the 6th chapter, man, hyperinflation. All right, So they're gonna lament for those teats. You know that they're not gonna be able to give suck in those days, man. Because why? A lot of these women, man, they're not gonna have that nourishment. All right, that's why the scriptures say, "Woe to them that are with child and give suck in those days, man." All right, because it's gonna be a famine, whether it's orchestrated or it's naturally caused. Which we believe that they're orchestrating a famine, and they're also bringing about that global reset to do away with this system and bringing that cash to society, that digital system. All right. So I believe I have one more precept, and I wrap this thing up. James chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. You shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped treasure together for the last days." All right, this is talking about the elites. All right, the so-called Illuminati, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, your elite central bankers. All right, the small hat, big nose people, the J word. All right, he's talking about them. All right, they're the rich men. All right, the Rothschilds, which is chief house of Esau, is worth trillions of dollars, man. Tribe of Amalek. All right, they're rich. They're worth trillions of dollars. All right, they're above the law because they make the law. It says, "Weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you." All right, because they're going into slavery, and they're gonna watch their whole kingdom crumble before they go into slavery. All right, as well as the rest of you heathens. Okay. Verse 4 says, "Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you, kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them have entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. You have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton meaning undisciplined. It says, ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter." Okay, so that's the point there. It says the hire of the laborers, which the laborers are who? It's talking about the slaves, man. Okay, it's talking about the slaves. It's talking about us, the Israelites, man. The ones at the bottom of the pyramid, if you will. It's talking about the Israelites, man. The tail of society. It's talking about the Lord's people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. All right, because as it reads on, it says, "Who have reaped down your fields." Yeah, we have reaped down your fields, man. You got the tribe of Issachar, man, the hardest working tribe, getting paid the lowest amount, man. Doing all this slave work, man, as well as the other tribes. And it says, "Which is of you kept back by fraud," because, it's kept back by fraud because first and foremost, the money that you're paying us with is not real money. All right, you're not paying us according to the law, because according to the laws of the scriptures, you're supposed to be paid at sundown. All right, every day you work. All right. Like I said, you're paying us Federal Reserve notes. And you're taxing the hell out of us. Not to mention these wages that we live upon. Majority of the children of Israel can't really it's not livable wages. You can't live off of these wages, man. Okay. You can't live off of $15, $16, $17 an hour. So majority of the children of Israel is living below the poverty line, man. And that's why the scriptures say what? Like it says right here, they're crying, man. They're crying out. Their spirit is crying out. And the Most High hears their cries, man. Primarily the cries of the elect. Okay? Calling on his name. Begging him to hasten the prophecies. Hasten the coming of Yahushua. All right? So now that we see these things happening, we know that our cries have entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, which is the Lord of armies, Yahweh Shem Yahshad, which is men of war. Okay? And they're coming to wage war on this society, man. Okay? So, that's all I got on that. So with that, I'm going to say, Shalom, Lord willing, you've been edified.